everybody, fellow makers, hobbyists, and people who are interested in Hitry and this new style resin printer. This is a projection from the top down, and your print actually submerges into a bath of resin, and when it's finished, it lifts back out. So technically, the peel force from the plate coming down and pulling off the FEP, there should really be none. So you should be able to get a lot of good detail. A lot of high hopes. Let's see where the rocket falls. But so let's take a look at the box a little bit. They got a little bit of logos here. Did get a Kickstarter. Um, Let me get down here on this level. Now, I did get the Rocket Pro or the Rocket One Pro. I don't see any labeling on here stating that it is a Pro. There is some stuff on the side of the box here. Pay attention to the direction. I will post the video of the UPS guy dropping off the printer here. Over here, dropping the printer off. So hopefully everything works right. Who knows? Can't really tell. And one more. Whoops. Box got a little tore up. Nothing major. Nothing punctured. This box is a little heavy. It's marked at 30 pounds. So rather than try and lift this thing out, let's try and open it from the bottom, so we can just lift the box right off. Let's try something a little different. Hopefully I don't knock some more stuff over. Hope everyone's been doing well. I'm gonna hit something over there. Spin this around again. This side. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Just a impromptu decision. And the last little cut. Then maybe one more. This is quite a long box. There we go. So, paying attention to direction. Let's just unfold the bottom flaps here. Most likely there should be some foam in there. And yep, she's starting to slide. Woohoo! Well, seeing as how this is the rocket, should I do a launch countdown? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay, we got a big box here. We got some packing foam. That worked out pretty well, I would say. Some more packing foam and cardboard on the outside. This was around the top. We got some instructions here. Let's spin this around. Oh, that's fabric. Very interesting. Look at that. Just leave that sit there for a minute. Let's see what's in this box. You guys over there can't see this on YouTube, but oh well. I'll hold everything up for everybody to see. So now this will be a good test to see if I did actually get a pro or not. Because I did win a couple giveaways that Hitry had during the promotion and launch of the Rocket One and Rocket One Pro. So first off, we got some yellow color resin. It's the super oxide, 500 milligrams, or 500 grams, I'm sorry. So that's about half full in this bottle. That I did purchase as an extra. With the Kickstarter, you were able to get 4,000 grams of filler, which is a, sorry, I'm way out of the screen over here. 4,000 grams of filler. So that came in 2 bottles here, and this is I believe this is powder that you mix with water. Yep, filler configuration. 800 grams of water. Looks like these got a little wet, so I really can't see. You can't see either. No, that bright light's killing it. Maybe this one down here can. Yeah, see that got all wet. Yeah, I got a couple cameras going, so my end video will be a little better. But yeah, so I can't really tell what those say, so I'll have to try and look that up. But yeah, those are full. And there's that yellow oxide. That really feels only about like, yeah, that's about half. And then with the Kickstarter promotion, you got 1,000 grams of green. Yeah, this is full. So these are 1,000-gram containers. And then see this one down here. There you go. And then, okay, I also did purchase the leveling jack. So that's going to be this little guy here. This is for because I got the smaller, what you want to call it, trough bucket, which is here, as opposed to the big one. Okay, that's everything in the box. Okay, so we got this guy, and then so you don't have to use filler. You can just set this on top and bring it up to, let's see which way we gotta go here. We need to go right. So you just bring it up to whatever level you want. You just gotta make sure you're on a very flat surface when using this printer. So definitely gonna have to put some grease on it. I mean, there's some, but it's definitely a little tight. But she'll do the trick. Got low pads on the bottom. Bring it back down. There you go. And so, and here are the two things that I had won. I won an extra build platform. And I won a resin dyeing kit. And you get red, black, blue, green, and yellow. You guys can see that. Okay. And this will be the extra small resin bucket. So that's high hopes, good signs there. Let's see what this instruction paper says. The Hitry Rocket 1 unpacking process. When you open the box from the top, it shows the closed box, the lid open, taking the foam off, grabbing by the plastic. Make sure you grab the two ears that are hanging up here. Two hands. Don't just grab one. There's just a little piece of tape in the center. So make sure you grab that plastic. And you just pull the machine up if you're going to take it out through the top. And then put all your foam back in the box. And let's see. Those are your pictures. Then it says, do not turn the equipment upside down to avoid damage. Well, like I said, once you see my UPS video, hopefully this works. When lifting the device, you must hold the bottom of the device from the side with two hands to avoid damaging the door and other parts. And when unpacking, observe whether the appearance of the equipment is intact and undistorted. Okay, so we'll go through a little hole here, probably for the handle. I mean, everything looks okay so far. Well, there's the power switch in the back. They did take away the USB slot back there. Power switch is on the bottom. USB slots right in the front. You got what looks to be like a little 3.5 inch screen, and your power button, and this will be your door to open it up. Alright, so next thing they have on here, inspect the equipment, remove the bag. Let's see. Threshold level. It's showing you where to grab. So that would be on the sides down here. It looks like. Take out the trough. Take out the items in the trough. Plug in the unit, power on, boot up, mobile test, and do an exposure test. And we got some stuff on the back. Open the door of the machine after tearing off the plastic wrap and observe whether tearing off the plastic wrap and observe whether the inside and outside of the machine are intact. The mobile test must be taken out of the trough before it can be carried out. and the contents inside are taken out to check whether the goods are intact and complete. Because the motion mechanism of the equipment is at the origin, the movement test must first click to move downwards to avoid collision when moving upwards beyond the stroke. The test method is, and it gives a little diagram of the pictures you push, which we'll go through that. So one thing I don't see on here that they say must be needed, UV protective glasses need to be worn during the exposure test. The test method is, okay, and it shows that when closing the door, pay attention to dial back the door stopper. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. And then it gives you your packing list, which is the Hitry rocket, your normal trough. You get one platform, you get one power cord, one U-disc, resin funnels times 5. That's going to be your paper funnel with your little screen in the bottom. You get your instruction manual. You get one spatula, one syringe, a small hexagon, and a socket screw tool. You get sandpaper times 5. You get a platform tweezers. You get a diagonal pliers, and you get 5 pairs of gloves. Note the above accessories are for production test only. Please refer to the actual product. Okay. Please unpack carefully. You can take out the attached USB disc. Data from material tank. The USB disc will help you familiarize yourself with the equipment and quickly as possible and successfully complete the initial printing experience. Well, crap. I guess I got one more computer over here I can use. Okay. So that covers what all was said on here. Let me put this back in the thing before I stab myself. I have a habit of doing that. Not stabbing myself, but leaving knives out of containers when I open packages. So we're going to open this up here. We're going to grab it by the ears and lift out. Move that to the side. Get another piece of tape, very small. This looks like a very beautiful machine. I mean, there's fabric on the sides. Now they did say they switched the light bar on here, which is, it runs right around the front of all this fabric here and around the back. And no, don't go in the back, it just runs around the front and goes from top to bottom like this, get it here, and then same on the other side. So we're going to take this all the way down. Okay, so this does have leveling feet on it. I do feel the trough down there on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab right around the bottom of the leveling foot, and I'm just going to kind of twist. Actually, I don't even have to. I can just do this. Just do a little tilt. Granted, I know there's no way the UPS handled it anywhere as delicately as I just did throughout this whole process so far. So I'm gonna at least kind of level my feet out here a little bit. So at least they're all touching the ground. Alright. So here's the door. Don't look too bad. Whoa. Wow. Okay, that definitely there is no leaving that door open. That's for sure. Oh wait. I was hoping that's what that was for. But that's just gonna scratch the inside of the plastic. There's not another hole there. Okay, so I'm not sure what that is. Alright, well, I guess I gotta hold that open. Let's take this foam out. Don't look like too much stuff moved. Maybe that's a trough lock. No. Okay. Well, I cannot get the trough out due to this might have been easier if I was on the table. It's locked. It's got the leveling platform is locked in. Has it locked in? So I cannot get it out. That tilted. Okay. So I have to tilt it back. There we go. Maybe these were just holding it up. That could have been it, most likely. So you got some bearings here on the side. Looks like probably to help guide the trough in. Ooh, that's a big bulb up there. We'll say that. That's like the size of the palm of my hand. Alright, so let's pull the rest of the contents out that are in this resin tub. Some more foam with power cord. Get this all undone. So this is all molded plastic. So be careful not to get resin all over the plastic or your fabric. And let me grab my extension cord here, and darn it, it just tilted this camera. There we go. That's better. And 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Engage. Whoop. Okay. So, yep, I got a green version because, as saying before, they did switch this from blue to green. You have your basic 3-button setup. Some of the cameras can't really see too well, but you got your big spatula. comes with the original build plate. It says now I have two because I had one. This is pretty much the width of the build platform. And we got a bag of goodies. So now this is the removable bucket on the front, because as your model goes down, it's going to take up a little more space than liquid, and also you have the volume that the build plate is going to take up along with the arms. That's going to take up some volumetric space also. Oh, there are some pretty good magnets. Okay, so there's magnets on the bottom of your of the platform. That fits in there not too bad. Like I said, there's no suction force or peel force, so it should just build right on top of that, and that'll lower down into this trough. But as I was saying, so then you're going to get some resin that's going to spill out of here, because you got to keep this pretty full. And that's what this, not this, this is the resin, but that's what this filler is for, is so that you can mix this with some water and fill up half of your big trough if you did not purchase a little trough. That way you don't have to use so much resin to fill this. And you know, I've never used a filler before. I think it's the first time that any resin 3D printing company has introduced a filler that I'm aware of. But yeah, so this just clips on the front here. So clips and clips. And they made this a little deeper in their production. They didn't have the ring around it as deep. So let's go in the bag of parts. Well, we got a handle. Okay. Let's put that on. There's a little screw in the back of it. Put that through the hole there. Put the thread in the hole. Okay, there we go. Let's throw some plastic on the back. Now I can see through it. Okay, so here I'm going to need an Allen wrench. Here's a syringe, 5 pairs of gloves, your 5 funnels, your tweezers, you have your 5 little pieces of sandpaper. They call this silicone carbide waterproof 1000 CW. D22 made by Skylark. Abrasive paper, electro-coated. These are all the same, it's just different parts of the back, so I'm getting different information as you look through the back of it. And here's the 4 gig USB wrapped in a plastic bag. You also get a pair of side cutters. Here are little mini cutters. and your 2 Allen wrenches. So you grab your bigger Allen wrench for the screw on your door. And you just attach like so. Well, you're supposed to attach like so. There we go. Be very careful. Yeah, I can see that getting stripped very easily by some people. So be careful when you screw that in. So here's the USB. I'm going to pop this in this computer over here. And see what it has to say. Come join this side of the party. So this is a metal USB. Peel the plastic cover off. So basically you have your buttons. Well, this is opening. Hopefully it opens. There we go. Now I got the sound I wanted to hear. U-disc material. So you have your configuration file, exposure parameter table, you have the manual, you have slicing software, test file, and the PDF packing list. So let's go to manual. Hitry technology, Rocket One light keyring. Open up. There we go. Okay, thank you for choosing and using. Give me a second. Young products. Thank you for your great support and help. For your convenience, please read the user guide carefully before use and follow the instructions in the user guide strictly. This is probably about one of the only times I will read an instruction manual first, just because this is some new technology and I really don't know how to use this type of resin printer. I'm sure as most anybody who's going to get it doesn't. Like I said, there may have been some other models similar out on the market before with some sort of dunking in a bath, but like I said, this fully submerges. So for your convenience, please read the guide carefully. The entire team of Hechiang Technology is always ready to provide you with the best service. If you encounter any problems during use, please contact us by phone, email provided in the user guide. So this all just says Rocket One, Rocket One, Rocket One. Like I said, I'm really wondering, I really hope I got a Pro model. It might be in the configurations or something, but the Light Keyring Printer User Guide. It's an overview. I don't know if you really want me to read all this. First thing, workplace health and safety. You always need to be safe. Resin is dangerous. You go outside with some resin on your hands, it'll burn you. You can easily get allergic reactions to it. Even some of the smells and chemicals in it are very toxic. So always make sure you're in a well ventilated area. Use your gloves. Use your eye protection. If you're testing a screen, or in this case, it's got a UV projection light. Make sure to use some UV goggles, glasses. If you don't have anything rated for that, at least take a piece of paper and put it in front, and even put a pair of sunglasses on. Those that they block UV. Obviously, this is a little different UV than what the sun is. It's a different, what's the proper word I'm looking for? Um, it's an intensity of the light. Um, so just always take precaution with what you do. Be safe. Let's see. Electrical safety. And then they have some machinery safety, risk of burns. I don't see anybody in the chat that said I should read the instructions, so I'm just going to do a breeze by here. About Hitry Rocket 1. So I'll read this for anybody that's curious about it. Hitry Rocket 1 is a light curing 3D printer together with special materials constitute the entire 3D printing system. Generation, sync with both the ultra high resolution of the LCD screen and the ultra long service life of DLP surface modeling. Fossil surface modeling light curing technology. The key to DCLF technology to achieve continuous liquid surface molding benefits from our photosensitive resin, in addition to the nanomaterials that promote the rapid leveling of the resin, the uncured layer, hundreds of micrometers, without changing the curing performance of the resin and without the use of a doctor blade. The shrinking printing liquid surface can be leveled quickly so as to achieve ultra-high printing speed. Hitry Rocket 1 can be used to create prototypes and conceptual models in design, medical, dentistry, and creative applications. Then it goes how to describe how does this work. I'll read that section too. The next step is to open the STL file. Okay, no individual layer. Okay, we know how to do that for normal resin stuff. Okay, yep. And so here it gives some product specifications. This is a DCLF technology. Your forming size is 143 by 89 by 150. So normally on your resin printers, it's a wide area and your platform is like this and this is the front. Well, in the Rocket, it's switched, so this is going to be your 143, this will be your 89, and your 150 is going to be tall. So that'll be, pretty much, this will be the tallest model you could get, is something about this tall. If you have this completely full, but in order to use this, that's where it starts, is at the top, and the plate just goes down in. Okay, so suggested environment. Oh, wait, no, let's go back. Applicable industries, engineering parts, handmade part models, education, and medical care, etc. XY resolution is 0.035. Printing layer thickness, you can do between 0.025 and 0.2 millimeters. The XY resolution was also millimeters. Printing speed, they state that you can get 380 millimeters an hour with the Max, with the Rocket 1, and 420 millimeters an hour max with the Rocket 1 Pro. So this is the first time I've seen any mention of anything about the Rocket 1 Pro in any of their uh, paperwork or identifying stuff. But I haven't got into here yet, so still fingers crossed. What else do we have here? We have file formats. It will take STLs and OBJs, which I believe that's just going to be for before you put it through your slicer. I believe it still runs off of a G code. I don't see how it could print an STL or an OBJ. System software, Windows 7 and above, only supports 64-bit systems. Transmission method is UDISC only, so only by putting in your USB are you able to transfer files to this machine. Consumable properties, acrylic photosensitive resin, liquid photosensitive resin. Printing consumables, high temperature resistant, super fluid, super I can't read that one. Permeable, super oxygen, flexible, casting. Oh, this is a list of all their resins. Dental, membrane. I believe that's what that says. Super tough resin, and etc. This does run off of 110 slash 220 volts. Equipment power is 100 watts. Okay, that's interesting. It's good to know. Equipment size. So the overall dimension of this beautiful rocket here is 330 in width, 330 in depth, and 750 beautiful millimeters tall. Your equipment weight, this does weigh, so with packaging, was 13 kilograms, which I stated the UPS label that said 30 pounds. Working environment is 20C to 25C, so Fahrenheit, I believe that puts it at 60 to 65, somewhere in there, minimum 50, 55. And your color regulation, high, low, and medium. So your suggested environment, no more than 45% humidity, well ventilated, dust free, level surface, no condensation, storage environment temperature 0C to 40C, humidity 10 to 80%, no condensation, clean plates without corrosive gas. And then you got your packing list, 3D printing technology vocabulary. Just goes through, tells you what a dust-proof cover is, what your Z-axis is, what your printing platform is, what your material tray, touch screen, the tool kit,
what support means, build or bottom plate, slice, CTB file. Okay, so yes, this does come with should come with a year's subscription of Sheet2 Box Pro, which was the other thing for Kickstarter. Mm, Slicing software, cleaning box, preparation for first use. Here again, they go through the unpacking procedures, which you're not going to see this. Okay, so here it gets down into the user guide. User guide 2.0. So you got drain holes. Here we'll go over this a little bit. So you got your groove. You got your datum plate. So this is what will stop anything from going over and collect in your front plate or in your front bucket, which is your liquid storage box. First overflow. So in order to get everything level, your corners are kind of notched out here, and so is in the front. Everything else is a little higher. But you first need to overflow this to see if you're actually level. And if you're not, the resin will only flow over one side. So you got to make sure that it comes over all four corners equally. Okay, set the z-axis to 0. So let's open the door here. I'm probably in the way now. It's alright. So we'll see what the paper says too. So on your screen here you have your first button is your tools button. Before I do all this, let's just go through the screen. Uh-oh. No, you ain't drunk. I'm sorry. I just shook the camera. Okay, so you got your tools button. You got your manual move. You got projection detection. Let Z be 0. You got stir mode. You got return. And you have emergency stop over in the bottom left corner. So let's go return. Let's go system. Information. Sheet2 Hitry DCLF. Then it gives my information, the ID, and what looks to be what version. So it says beep is on, but I don't hear any beeps when I touch the screen. So we'll go back. We have network. Okay. So you might be able to send files automatically because it's asking for an IP address, a remote SSD. I do not see Ethernet cable nowhere. Okay, so we'll go back. Service. That gives their official website, their email, and the Facebook Rocket One VIP group. We have language. It's going to be Chinese. English. We have the calibration button, and we have back. And print. It's going to give you 4 screens. Machine status code. Um, then we have up, down, and back. So you see those are all empty, and I just pushed this top layer button up here. Not sure what that actually did. Tools, no, nope, nothing there. Okay. All right. So let's see what they say here. And okay, so back to 0. And this step is to compensate the height error between the platform and the resin liquid. Okay, so I'm not going as far as putting resin in. I'm not going that far. Okay, so there's USB. That's going to Shitu box. Um, so Shitu box. The light source adjustment. High, low, medium, middle. The higher the light source intensity, the less energy is required for printing. If the high light source is used for a long time, the life of the optomechanical will be accelerated. Okay. Not sure where you're going to adjust that, since I did not see anything about that. But there's a switch in the back, your power switch. And there looks like there's 3 spots on there that match what is on this description here. You got 2 lines, you got a circle, and then you got 1 line. And it's a rocker switch. So let's see what happens here. So right now I'm on 2 lines, which is high. So that's low. And that's supposed to be middle. Now that's 1 line. Low is in the middle. Okay, so you start printing. And then it goes through how to add resin, post-processing, wash and cure. Make sure you funnel your resin back when you're done using if you don't use it all. Let's see, turn on stirring. The stirring function is not enabled by default. If you need to enable the stirring function, please contact the after sales support for details on the process of updating the firmware with the stirring function. Okay, and it does give you a 3 different M numbers here. So that might be what you have to add into your the options in your firmware. Basic maintenance and service work, support and troubleshooting, recycle, and that is the end of the manual. So that really did not cover any better than what's on the paper for the beginning initial part. Okay, let me just double check this here. Yeah, no, it only shows it says pretty much the same thing. Okay, so there is no plastic wrap on the door that it says to tear off. I do not feel no stopper up top. There is no mention of stopper in the manual. So I'm not sure what that little metal thing is there. Okay, so let's run through this startup process. The mobile test must be taken out through the drop before carried out. Okay, because motion. Yep, read all that. So it says we need to hit tools, manual, down, and home. Tools, manual, down, and home. So now here's where it says that we need to wear eye protection. So let me grab my glasses because I do happen to have a couple. These nice nifty green guys here. And let's see what this over there. Turn this a little bit. There we go. Everybody can see in. Yep, yep, yep. All right. So now go back and we're gonna go projection, detection. I don't know why they have down and then home, but I know that's not how you check your projection. So I don't want it for 15 seconds. I'm just gonna let's go for 12 seconds. And then you hit next. Should display a checkerboard. Start exposure. I didn't see anything, did you? Let's do that again. Oh yeah. Okay, these glasses are really good because I don't see that at all. So I'm gonna do this once more just so I can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so that is just a checkerboard. Okay, so that did work, and So the operation method is as follows. So yeah, so then the next steps would be to um, fill it up with resin. Now let's see if now don't explain anything about this. Let Z be 0. Okay. The holes. Okay, so that's you use that after you put the liquid in. There it is. I have it kind of hidden. The Z-axis height drops 16 millimeters by default. Return the platform to 0. Lower the platform 16 millimeters. There may be a certain error here. You can fine tune 0.1 to make your platform holes level with the resin liquid level. Okay. So I'm going to put my trough in. So I'm actually going to go manual. And I'm going to go up. Well, that made a weird noise. So obviously, I went too far. So make sure you don't go too far. Did not say how far to go up. So here again, that's why it's very important that you're on a level surface, because your machine needs to be level and your trough needs to be level. Um, why there's bearings there, I'm not sure what those actually do. How high can I raise this up? I can't see it. I don't think we have to raise it that high though. Okay, this door is gonna get real annoying too. I like it, but I don't like it. They need there's something that needs to hold this open. Let's use a bottle of resin. Okay. Yeah, I mean that just hooks in the back. Maybe. I'm really not sure what this is supposed to do. I guess that it's too long to hold the door. Unless I need to turn it around. Let's try that. So righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay. I don't foresee that happening without stripping or breaking something. Well, let's do it. If I gotta retap it, I'll retap it. It's coming out. Very, very tight though. That was not a fun process. Don't really look like it was supposed to come out because it looks like there's some Loctite on there. So let's hope this goes in. It's going in okay. That might be the door adjustment thing they were talking about. Because they said when closing the door, be careful of the door. Okay, so now, see, but that still don't, that's just going to scratch up the inside of that door. Well, good thing for 3D printers because you can just model yourself a little little sleeve to go over this, and there you go. It will be fixed. So I guess it really doesn't matter. You just need to tighten the screw up. I didn't have to turn it around. I just don't like how it rubs on that plastic. It is what it is. Okay. So let's see what happens when we hit home. Okay, so that just came down. Let's see if we can go down some more. Okay, so the lead screw actually fits in the trough in the back. And it goes down as it keeps building. Go home. So seems like everything's functioning okay. And let's see what is on the rest of the USB. Not that you guys can really see, but I can tell you. So we'll close this. I'll leave it open because I'm going to need it later. We'll go back to this. We'll go back to this. And we will go back out of manual. So configuration file. It's a CGF file. Okay, so it does say Hitry Rocket 1 Pro. So I guess it's all in the configuration of that you get that you actually end up having to run. I wonder if that's machine status code. Let's push that, see what that says. Doesn't say nothing. Okay, so yeah, so that's your configuration file. Exposure parameter table. Rocket 1 reservoir explosion parameter table. Let's open this up. So that gives you just your height and exposures for low and medium power, what resins you're using that they offer, your superoxide resin, your superfluid resin, your super clear resin, your tough resin, and your flexible resin. They give you what your bottom layer count should be, and then your bottom layer heights, anywhere from 0.05 to 0.01 for both of those. Your transition count, so that would be going from your longer bottom layers to make sure it adheres to the plate, to your normal printing layers, your rest time before lift, rest time before lift again, rest time after lift, bottom lift distance, and your normal lifting distance. Okay. And what do we have next? Went through the manual, went through the slicing software. We got the test file. We got 3 test files here. And there's just the normal G code files, CTB files. Um, so I can't even see what the picture is. And the packing list PDF, which should just be this handy piece of paper. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull this USB back out. I'm gonna pop it in here. It's gotta go upside down, so Hitry faces down. Did not mention anything about Wi-Fi in here either. Setting up your Wi-Fi. Because that would be nice if you are able to actually send files. But I'm not sure if you can. I'll have to do a little more reading and research. So let's go to the print button. And I do not see anything. It's popping up there. There. See calibration. I'm hoping this is just this screen. Yeah, okay. This is just to calibrate your touch screen. Yeah, okay. I thought it was more calibration to this, but it's not. Okay. Oh, there again, nothing. Well, I was going to take and try and run one of these files, but since I have it in the folder, take them out and see if it reads it. We'll go copy, and we'll go back up, and we'll paste. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Okay, try this once more. And no files. Let's try turning it off and turn it back on. Well, okay then. Let's try this. I have Sheet 2 Box on this computer. A little older version. Which one is this? Oh, whoops. This was my pro trial. Close out of that. Close, yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. Well, this is loading. Um, if you like my content and stuff you see, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Um, you know, that's every little bit helps. Let's see. So we're not gonna check for updates. We're gonna go cancel. Let's see if we can open these files. Which I have to pull this back out again. Put it back in here. And go to UDisk. And they're not giving me. I can't see any of these. Okay, so I have no test files. Hmm. Very, very weird. Well, that kind of sucks. Um, let's try open project. See if that works. Nope, because that's just C2 box files. And so let's check what printer we got here. Okay, we can edit. Add new printer. We got Hitry, PH. So you're gonna make me update. All right. Well, I ain't gonna sit here and keep you guys tied up while I'm doing this. pretty much I just want to put this together, take it out the box, give you guys a first initial look at it, uh, along with me, um, and you know, show you what it is. I'm impressed it showed up. I'm impressed how it looks. It is a very, very unique machine. Uh, I don't see a way to turn the lights off nowhere. So the lights will always be on from what I can tell. I mean, we went through all the menu and everything, so that's what it is. Um, and I will watch for my posts on Facebook and in the Hitry Rocket 1 and Rocket 1 Pro Owners group on Facebook. Um, I did start that during the Kickstarter. We're up to 114 members on there. Um, so people are starting to get their machines. There'll be some either success or crash stories to uh, be seen. Some good old rocket missions. But again, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Um, this is definitely a new piece of technology. Glad I could be one of the first to uh, bring it to you to see outside the box in a natural setting, other than a Chinese factory. So again, thank you everybody. Take care and see y'all soon. All right. So now that I finished up with my recorded video, um, I see a couple people are popping on here on the live stream. I don't see any comments or anything. How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well. So let me turn this a little bit here. Whoop, that was too much. So there's the Rocket. This is the Pro. Um, like you just heard me say, I don't have any test files. If they're said they're on my USB, I see that they're there, but I cannot open them up in this Sheet 2 box and the other Sheet 2 box that my is on is the computer I'm using for that camera right there. Yeah, that one, which I'm looking at the screen over here. So, yep, I don't know, guys. Um, Definitely look for my edited version. I'll be throwing a couple different cameras in there. Um, Again, take care. Have a good night, everybody.